Hi guys, I bought a new 3D printer. I decided to buy something that will give me much more details, so I bought this Anycubic Photon. Before we continue, I need to say that I didn't get this printer from Anycubic, I bought it myself. Everything here in this review are just my own opinions. I wouldn't even call it a review, I would call it like first impression. And my first impression is great. It's really well made. Only thing that I had to assemble was a doorknob. Printer came with bottle of resin, with a green one, 250 grams, bunch of gloves, spatula, the mask, and some other things that really doesn't matter, but what matters is that you can start printing immediately. Everything that you need is right in the box. A bunch of those stuff are just for your protection, for your safety, because resin is, if you didn't know, it's toxic. So don't drink it or try to avoid touching it with your bare skin. To be sure, keep it away from your kids or your pets. That's why Timika is not in the room right now. Also with the printer you get this USB stick that contains slicer software and also contains a torture test cube that you can print out to see how well your printer works. I didn't do that, I immediately decided to test my own stuff. So I put my two mini figurines and I decided to print only 30% of the scale. They turned out great. After print is done, you're not done with it yet, because you need to clean it and you need to cure it. To do that, you just need to grab your print and dip it inside isopropyl alcohol, so you can clean all the resin. After that, you just need to clean it inside the water and then put it somewhere where you can cure it. You need to have some kind of UV light source, so you can just put it somewhere outside, or you can buy some of the cheap UV lamps for nails. I have one and works just fine. Bottle of resin is between $40 and $100 per liter. So to save resin, I made this model hollow and it has two holes so resin can come out. So I wanted to see the difference between my CR10 and my Photon, and I wanted to compare both of them from the box. So none of my printers are modified in any kind of way, and I don't even think you can do that to Photon. I decided to print both of these figurines at 0.06. CR10 actually did a decent job. There are a lot of details. My settings for CR10 were 0.06 and I slowed down the speed up to 10 millimeters per second. So I was able to get really nice details, but the quality wasn't that great compared to my Photon. CR10 definitely has bigger volume and I will continue using it for bigger stuff. For something that I need to be with much more details, I'll just choose Photon. The one other thing, this figurine took around an hour to print on my Photon with 0.06. It took him around 2 hours, 2.5 hours actually, to do on CR10 with the same scale. But if I put, let's say, 10 of these on my Photon, it will still take around an hour and a half. But if I do that on my CR10, if this takes 2 hours and we print 10 of those on CR10, it's gonna be 20 hours or even more. It's not fair to compare FDM to SLA DLP. I think it's LCD printer because it has LCD screen. It's not the technology that help. People are worried about the smell. I can tell you that I expected worse. It smells like those small motors that manufacturers are using for toy trains, toy cars. I think it's the smell of ozone. So yeah, it's kind of a smell of my childhood, actually. Some other person mentioned that on Reddit, so I'm kind of stealing that right now. Yep. So this is the end of my short review slash first impression. I really hope you guys like this kind of video. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. And hit that bell next to it so you can get notified whenever I'm releasing a new video. And I really hope I'm gonna see you next time. Whew. I need some air. I'm just gonna go. Bye.